welcome back to another episode of The Artsy Amateur. Today, we are going to be doing an exciting painting. Look how big this canvas is. So this is an artist's Loft 24 by 48 inch backstaple traditional canvas. So it's definitely bigger than my art table. I have my floor protection down. I fully plan on spilling things over the edge here as we go, but I wanted to do another painting that's inspired by the one that I did for my brother and sister-in-law in their new home. So if you haven't seen that video, I'm gonna link it in the comments below, but basically it was a housewarming gift for them, and it came out this beautiful marbled pattern. And as I was doing it, I was looking at it and thinking, oh my gosh, that is so beautiful. I need one of my own. So I went to Hobby Lobby, or Michael's, I think this is Michael's, actually ours, Loft. But I picked up this big canvas because in my own living room, I have a large flat screen TV. So I need something to go behind it that is just as big and majestic. So that's why I picked this size. And for color schemes, so my living room, the actual wall color is called Acacia Haze from Sherwin-Williams. And it's a medium teal. It has a lot of gray tones. It's a very cool muted teal. So think of, a bluish greenish gray. And we have beautiful wood floors that have different colors of tans and browns in them, and then our couch and furniture is tan and brown as well. So I wanted to have something pop, so I'm going to keep the color scheme fairly light for most of the color. Just to walk you through some of them, this is just Master's Touch Premix pouring acrylic, all of these are. So this is just a plain basic white. I do, however, also have a pearlized white. So if you saw my last video of the marble pour, I used a lot of this and a lot of a cream color that I mixed up. But we're gonna be using a lot of white, a lot of pearlized white. And then for the accent colors for the marble swirls, I have a Master's Touch Silver Metallic, which I use quite often. I love this color. And then for my accent colors to kind of go with my living room color scheme, I mixed up my own dupe of Acacia Haze from Sherwin-Williams. I probably could have just bought that and thinned it down, but what I used for this was just a Master's Touch yellow, a little bit of yellow, mostly pearlized blue, and then some of that metallic silver as well. So it made a nice, beautiful green, blue, gray, pearlized color. And then also to bring some warmth in as well for some lines, I mixed up this, which is just the white here, the traditional white, and then also the gold metallic. So if you've seen my videos, I'm a huge fan of the gold metallic color, and it's from Master's Touch as well. So I just wanted to brighten it up a little bit because it can cool a little bit dark. So I wanted to add some white and get it a little bit brighter. Okay, shall we get started? Okay, first things first, just to show you what I've done on the back of the canvas, I have my frog tape and my giant push pins here. So I have something to sit it on. And I'm also going to put on gloves because, again, hello, we're gonna be making a mess. And I'm looking forward to it. So yeah, as soon as I did that marble painting for my sister-in-law and brother, I've been thinking about it and thinking about how I wanted to do it, because honestly, I could have gone two ways. So one, I could have made it a little bit more like the colors that I already have, make the base of it that bluish, greenish gray color, the Acacia Haze, and then added accents of white and, kind of like have the accent colors, the lighter colors. But then I thought about it, and my living room's already kind of dark, so I'm thinking I need to brighten it up a little bit. And I think with the, the predominantly white painting with the blue background is going to make all of those colors pop. So I'm really excited. All right, to get things started, I just bought this. This is a pouring medium, and I've been learning so much from my recent videos and trial and errors that a lot of times the paint doesn't want to go all the way to the edges or the corners because it doesn't have a medium to stick to. So a lot of times it will trip up on itself basically and not want to move any further. So in order to entice it, I bought this pouring medium. So I'm really hoping that this helps kind of encourage the paint to go all the way to the edges. And I'm not gonna put a ton on. As I say that, I'm putting a ton on. But this is my first time ever using this, but I think it's gonna be a really big game changer. Some of the channels that I watch, they use a lot of this. What they'll do most times is put a little bit on, pour their colors, and then stretch it a little bit, and then add this to the edge. So let's see if this works, huh? All right, and I'm just gonna take my spatula here and just kind of spread it around a little bit. Again, I'm kind of using this as a catalyst to go to the edges where my paint sometimes likes to stop. It's not really meant to add any color, just a little bit of a medium as we pour down. And we're gonna be losing some paint on the floor. That's okay. I have my floor protection down. I told my husband I need a bigger art table now that I'm getting into fluid pouring, and usually I'm working on 11 by 14s, but if you want some good wall art, you have to go big or go home, right? So I think I need a little bit bigger of a table. So we'll see. We'll see how this works, huh? This is a good trial and error. All right, let's get started. So I'm gonna start out with my white base, and I'm not gonna have a particular design pattern just yet. I'm really just trying to get a base coat of stuff down. That way we can stretch it and add more highlights. So I'm just gonna simply pour some of this here in the middle. Okay. And we're gonna have to use a lot of paint, of course, because this is a very large canvas that I'm not used to working with, but I'm really excited to see how it turns out. All right, so there we got a lot of white, and now we're gonna add some of the pearlized white. So this is my base color number 2. And I love the pearlized white because it's light and airy, just like the other white, but it has a sheen to it, a gorgeous sheen that I'm so excited about. So again, this one I am gonna do a little bit more strategically. So my previous marble pour turned out beautiful, and I did diagonal patterns. So I'm gonna do that same kind of diagonal pattern with the base coat, just so I get some of those lines that I'm looking for, even though it's just the pearlized white. So kind of going in a diagonal pattern like this. It looks so pretty already. Oh yeah, amazing. Okay, so what I'm gonna do before I put some of the colors on is just give it a preliminary tilt. So I kind of wanna cover up all of these areas that don't have paint on them and also get some of the bubbles out. So let's do that now. gonna touch up some with my spatula as well, just so we have a nice even base coat here. Okay, now that I got most of the bubbles out, let's add our accent colors. So the first one I'm gonna start with was this light gold color. So I'm just gonna put a little bit on there. Okay, perfect. And for this, I'm gonna go in that same diagonal pattern that I did with the pearl white. And I'm not gonna put a lot on. I don't want it to be really standing out much. Just a small accent of color. Okay, beautiful. Now let's go in with our metallic gray, or sorry, silver metallic, and do the same thing. All right. Last but not least, that beautiful teal acacia blue that I made. So this one I'm gonna try to use a little bit more than I did of the other colors, because this is really what I want my accent color to be. But again, just the same pattern, maybe change up a line or two, but generally in the diagonal direction. Ooh, look at that. That is gorgeous. I love it. It's so pretty already, guys. I think I'm not gonna add any more than that. What do you think? Should I? Okay, maybe one more. All right, perfect. So now comes the fun, daunting task of stretching all of this out. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try to go this way, and then off to the sides, because that's where the lines are gonna distort the most. So let's get started. So look forward to all this coming off the side. Okay, perfect. I'm going to just touch these edges up here and make them come in as well, so all of my paint does flow. There we go. Let's try that again. All right, perfect. There we go. That's looking better now. All right, let's spin it around and do it the other way, huh? This is coming out so beautiful. I know you guys can't see it right now, but I promise I'll show you here in just a minute. All right, now the tricky part. Spinning it this way and tilting it. The other way. just trying to get this last corner, guys. It's okay to come off that last corner. It's a-coming, it's a-coming. Come on, you can do it. There we go, there we go. We're getting it now. All right, there we go. Perfect, perfect. Okay, so now we're gonna come back this way and try to bring some of those lines back down. Let's stop and take a look at it to see what we need. And I just got a ton of paint on my shirt. You know what, that's okay, because this is a pajama shirt. I wore it on purpose for this exact reason, but let's take a look at this composition and see what we think. I think I'm gonna add just a little tiny bit more teal up here, because it doesn't have a lot of the teal up on this corner, so I think we just need to do that and then we should be done. Okay, so pretty. Oops. Put it back on my table here. And so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go around and touch up my edges just to make sure everything is covered. Okay, I think I got all my edges touched up, so let me grab the camera and show you closer up of the detail for the wet reveal. All right, here's more of a close-up of the wet reveal. I am just loving all of the patterns and colors, and wow, just the white actually mixing with the green is so pretty. And then we have these little bursts of light gold, silver, metallic, pearl white, regular white. Oh man, this is going to be so pretty when it's dry. I did make a mess. Yes, yes I did. That's okay. I was prepared, so. Okay, well this was fun and challenging. I am going to maybe devise a little bit better of a table and a little bit easier way to do this next time. I don't know, I'm gonna have to think of how, but maybe I can try to minimize the mess that I make. We'll see, maybe not. All right, so for the dry reveal, I will see you in the living room when it's hung. All right, here we are at the dry reveal. Drum roll, please. Ta-da! Yes, it looks so good. There's my flat screen TV, and this piece behind it looks so amazing. I'm so happy with the colors. The Acacia Haze dupe looks really good. It really just pops on the wall behind it. So let's go take a closer look at all of the details. All right. Got all of the pearl white, the regular white, the Acacia Haze color. We got some silver popping through, some of the light gold, and in the light, wow, this just comes alive. So beautiful. I love the metallic colors for that reason. So love it. And it looks so good in the living room. I'm glad I didn't buy anything, just make something instead. Well, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me on this episode of The Artsy Amateur. And please give a like on this video, subscribe to my channel. I'm gonna be doing a lot more of the marble paintings. I'm really loving the different geometrical shapes and the swirls and the different color combinations. My wheels are already spinning for what's next, so definitely stay tuned. There's gonna be a lot more coming, and I'm so excited to show you all. Take care. See ya.